Okay, everybody, here is part three, the conclusion of the PlayStation showcase, the final game. Okay, so I was just like, I was looking at the clock at work and I was like, okay, it's like 5 minutes till five because it was an hour long. So I was like, okay, if they don't show Spider Man gameplay, this was pretty much a lame showcase because I'm like, unless like the PlayStation showcase or state of play, they have one before the game releases. I'm like, the game's coming out in like the fall, so you need to give us like gameplay, another trailer or something. I was thinking, okay, maybe if they give us a small little more trailer or talk even more about like Spider-Man villains, I was like, okay. Then I was like, San Diego Comic-Con, they're gonna show gameplay at the panel. And but no, we got it. It was just like, oh my god, Craven looked so good. At first I was thinking, okay, is this Spider-Man? Is this Spider-Man? Is this Spider-Man? I was thinking, okay, and I saw the jungle and I was like, oh my god, is it gonna be Metal Gear Solid? And I was just like, oh my god. And then I saw the Craven character design. I was like, yes. I was like, oh my god. It's like, no fucking way. And I was like, okay, I'm hoping this is Spider-Man. I'm hoping they're not just doing a Craven game for the movie. And then when like he came, like when his like henchman came to him and he was like brought up the screen of like him wanting to go hunt in New York, and it showed like Spider-Man and it showed like all the other characters. I think Spider-Gwen was on there, and it showed Miles Morales. And I was like, oh my god. And then when they showed New York with Craven's men, I think coming to Peter's house, I think, or apartment, and he bursts out in the costume in the Venom suit, and like when the Venom arms like just like stretched out to grab him and then slammed him to the ground. I was like, oh my god, the gameplay looked fantastic. I was like, yes. I was like, let's go, let's go. My friend who was watching it was all the way down the other end, and I'm sure she probably heard me freak out, and the people in the concession stand freaking out about that them showing Spider-Man gameplay. I was like, oh my god. I was like, yes. Oh man, it looks so good. And then they showed Miles, and then they showed footage um of Miles and like um the lizard is going to be in, because when I heard Dr. Connors, I was just like, oh, the lizard's going to be in it. I was like, sweet. And it looks good. It looks so good. And I just don't want them to rush it. I want it to be perfect without no bugs. And I'm telling you, when they had the release date. Oh, let me tell you real quick. When they were going over the water, when Miles was like chasing like I think he was chasing the lizard, or he was like attacking like the Craven's henchmen. I was like, the way the sun was setting or rising, I was like, oh my god, the detail. It's gonna like that game on the PS5 is going to be freaking insane. Just like the graphics and the gameplay and the combat. And the combat kind of almost looks like the first game. And when they showed the release date of fall, and I'm like, come on, give us an actual date. And when they just said fall of 2023, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't want them to rush it, because I don't want this game to be a POS game. Even if it's coming out in the fall, which will probably be October, but I'm thinking September. I'm like, if they need to push it to December, I'm okay with that. I'm okay pushing this game into December. When that game comes out, I am actually going to take like 2 to 3 days off just to play it. And that's what happened when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. My friend at work, they used to work with me, like took a whole week off just to play it. But I'm taking like 2 days off to just Twitch stream that. I'm excited. I'm sure that's going to be a hot game that's going to be Twitch stream when it comes out. So I'm just like, okay, whatever villains is going to be in it. I'm really hoping like Mysterio's going to be in it. I think they mentioned Dr. Octavius, but I can't remember. I was at work and I was trying to pay attention to work and to that at the same time. So I'm going to have to rewatch it later on. But I was like, yes, finally gameplay and stuff and everything. And then, just like what they did with the PS4, if they do a Black Venom PS5, like what they did with the PS4, and we had a red PS4, I was like, oh my God, I will poop in my Spider-Man boxers. Like, I will lose my fucking mind if IGN or comicbook.com posted a picture of like the black PS5 with the white spider on the side. Oh my God, I would lose my mind. So overall thoughts, before the Spider-Man, I was just like, ooh, this is not good. And there's a lot of people in the PlayStation Facebook groups that are just bitching and complaining, like, oh, this showcase sucked. And I'm like, Spider-Man. Like, come on, Spider-Man. That was like, I'm sure there's games that people were like, oh, Final Fantasy or Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater and stuff and everything. For me, it was like Spider-Man and that samurai game looked really cool. Final Fantasy 16, I was like, wow. I didn't think it was a failure. I thought it was really good. I don't know what people just want a bunch of remakes or sequels, but I thought there was a lot of IPs that were brand new. But yeah, I think it's a solid like B to C plus. I am really disappointed that we didn't get Silent Hill 2 remake, a new trailer or some gameplay on that. I wish we would have got a Metal Gear Solid trailer, because I thought that was the first game they're doing before Snake Eater. So I thought we were going to get a Metal Gear Solid teaser trailer. But yeah, overall, I would say it's a solid... I want to say it's like a solid 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I thought the showcase was fantastic. You can't please every gamer. Every gamer is going to be disappointed about, oh, they didn't show this and they didn't show that. So maybe they're not ready to show it off yet. Maybe, the games that they're remastering, like Silent Hill 2 and Metal Gear Solid remastered. Maybe they're just like, yeah, we can't show it yet because it's not done yet. But yeah, a solid B to C plus. I think it was great. Most of the games I wasn't really interested in because, I'm not really a big RPG or it just didn't look good or something that I would like. But there was some games that really caught my attention. And for the PlayStation State of Play, when they had that last, I was just kind of like, there's really nothing that really interests me. But at least with the showcase, I thought it was really good. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought they did a stand-up job showing what's coming out at the end of this year and into next year. And I'm sure once we get to San Diego Comic-Con, we might get some more announcements. Excuse me, the Video Game Awards in December. We might get some announcements too. So, I also wanted to say real quick, I wrote this down too, but I guess June 12th, I don't know what time June 12th, but I guess Ubisoft is actually having a showcase. So they're going to be showing off their new games that are coming out for Ubisoft. So I was just so praying. I was like, please, a Red Dead Redemption 3 teaser, just announcement, or a Days Gone 2, or Detroit Become Human 2. I mean, those are the games I want the most. I know Red Dead Redemption 3 is going to happen, but the one I really want the most is Days Gone 2. And I know a lot of people hate that game or like that game. It's kind of mixed, but overall, I thought the Sony PlayStation showcase did a great job for not having one in 2 years, and they showed off some great games that have some cool gameplay and some great graphics. So anyway, that's it for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed.